I'm Lotu George and I would be representing the first group number 1. God is invisible, but He is in touch. You may not be able to see Him, but He is in control. And that includes us. That includes what we have lost. That also includes what we have gained. That includes all our lives, our past, our present, and our future. Good afternoon to one and all, respected attendants, dignitaries, teachers, and my dear friends. The two topics that were given to our group were, first topic, what issues of the present day is problematic for the young people? And the second topic was, what does it mean to be an Orthodox Christian today? So I will be elaborating on each topic. So starting with the first topic. So what are the various problems that are faced by the young generation? In other words, our group, our present generation. So there are various problems faced. I would start off individually and elaborate on them. The first are temptation. Temptation is too general a topic. So I'm sure all of you would know what temptations are, right? Go out, enter the world. There is not a single person who would not have, people would have experienced some sort of temptation, They would be forced to take up something. It might be drugs, it might be alcohol, it might be smoking, gambling, whatever it is. You're forced to take up something due to peer pressure or whatever it is. So, one more example of such temptation is using unfair means in your exams. Very, very common feature, be it in your government schools or your central school. This is a common phenomenon, a big trend, a big happening thing using unfair means. Corruption is the next most prevalent problem in our generation. The most recent one being the capitation fee. I'm sure all of you would have read in the paper. One for example, the medicine seat, if you want to book a seat before your CET counseling starts or before your board exam results are out, you're assured of a seat, except that it would set you back by around 1.5 crores only. So it's a combo deal which comes up. Your MBBS plus your MD comes up to around 1.5 crores. So in such a situation, merit in India is no longer important. It's more, you have the money, you get the seat. Education-wise, there is no value for merit. So corruption is the next most prevalent problem that youngsters face. Competition. So there are two main types of competition. It might be healthy, unhealthy. I'm sure all of us experience healthy competition, be it over here or in school. But the most prevalent problem right now in this present generation is unhealthy competition. People are willing to do anything to get marks. Marks and marks is what gets you everywhere. People don't ask you how hard you work. Bottom line is, what's your mark? Got 84%, somebody else gets 90%. That is what distinguishes you. No matter, you might have worked 10 times as hard as the guy who would have got 90%, but you get 84%. So, marks is marks alone. So that's the next most prevalent problem. Next one is restriction. See, in our world right now, there's a big generation gap as we call it. Parents are a little old-fashioned and we, all high-tech gadgets and we're in the new generation kind of thing. I like wearing faded pants, but my mom doesn't agree with it. I like going out, taking my vehicle out, going quite fast now. Because speed thrills, but I don't look at the part where it says speed thrills but kill. So omit the part that says but kill. But our parents are worried about that particular part. That phrase which says but kill. So restrictions can be in any form. Your dresses, your behavior, any aspect in your school life, whatever it is. So restrictions is one more important thing that youngsters face. Next, most important problem faced by youngsters according to me is religion. Youngsters are not able to, define themselves. If I ask somebody, from which religion are you? People are hesitant to say that they are a Christian or they are a Hindu. In this world, we're surrounded by atheists, we're surrounded by people who are anti-Christ or who are non-believers. And we're so influenced by their thoughts, by their actions, by their views. And one most important thing, according to us, what we see in our life is people who do not believe in God are more successful. See, bottom line is, towards the end, they would not be successful. Long-term goal-wise, we would be successful, whereas short-term goals is what they aim for. We should look forward for a long-term goal and believe in religion. We should set our priorities right. Set a rule saying that yes, I'm a Christian and I'm proud to say that I'm an Orthodox Christian. So religion is yet another problem faced by many youngsters in today's world. Technology too. It's boon as well as a bane. Boon because I can sit at home instead of going to internet parlors and access the net. Whereas in olden days you have to actually go to an internet parlor. Computers are scarce, so you have to actually go there and access the internet. Whereas now, broadband there, 2 Mbps speed, around to sit at home, get your work done. But recently, if you would all watch the news, in TV9 it has come, Bangalore University, there was a BCom exam conducted by them. So during the BCom exam, what happened was, they leaked the paper 1 hour before via SMS. You pay 100 rupees to get the SMS containing 50 questions. So that's done. So your exam, your software exam, you pay 1,000 rupees, you get it a day before. So such is what happens in our life today. So many problems being faced by youngsters towards in any field, wherever it is. So I would like to conclude by saying, take heart, when God is involved, anything can happen. The one who split the Red Sea down the middle and leveled the wall around Jericho and brought back his son from the dead takes delight in doing the incredible. Thank you. Stick to the time, 6 minutes, 3 minutes for each person. Group 2. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Respected attendees, teachers, my dear friends. My name is Akash Matthew. I'm representing Group 2. I'm going to deal on the first topic. What issues of the future pose the greatest difficulty or the threat of the youth? First, religious tolerance. What does religious tolerance mean? Having faith in your religion. It does not talk only about Christianity. It talks about Muslims, Hindus, etc. Our country does not have religious tolerance. So we, the future generation, must develop it. For example, in Odisha, many churches were being burnt and many people died. Our schools and Sunday schools must help us to learn this religious tolerance so that the progress of our country can be achieved, which is the progress of the youth. Secondly, global warming. The Earth's temperature is increasing by 1 degree Celsius, so the ice caps in the North Atlantic are melting and the whole Earth will be submerged in water. This is a known fact. We people must decrease global warming by not cutting down trees, not using vehicles for short distances, etc. If this is not practiced, then for the future youth, it will be really difficult for the youth to live.